Hello, welcome back to my channel. My name is Adrienne and today I'm going to share with you my July reading plans, including my Summerween TBR. So the first book that I'm already reading this month is the last one by Will Dean. This is a book set on a cruise ship. A woman goes on a cruise with her boyfriend she's kind of in a fresh relationship with, and we see them on the cruise with thousands of other people, and then she goes to sleep one night, wakes up, he's gone, but then also she leaves her room and the rest of the passengers are gone. The crew is gone. She's alone on the ship. All the beds have been made, although there are still items of the passengers left behind. So it's just finding out what the heck is happening. I'm actually halfway through this one now. It's a little crazy, but it's very fun. I'm very much in the mood to read summery books. So books where people are on vacation, on cruises, or it's just like hot summer where they are and where the book is set. So this one, so far so good. I'm planning on finishing this one before Summerween, which starts tomorrow. So let's jump into the Summerween books next. So Summerween is a readathon hosted by Gabby Reads, and she hosts multiple readathons in different seasons outside of Halloween, where we get to read Halloween books in summer or winter and bring that Halloween spirit to whatever season we're currently in. And I love Summerween, and I've been thinking about it for at least a month about how excited I am to participate. I am planning on reading 5 books, and I'm planning on posting my video the day after Summerween ends, which is the 12th. And I'm saying that to you to hold me to it because editing is hard and I want to make sure my video gets up in a timely fashion. So hold me to it. If you don't see my video on the 12th, yell at me. For that readathon, there are some reading prompts to help us pick out our TBR. It's mostly like thriller, horror book. You know, it's a scary theme week, which is exactly what I'm in the mood for anyways. So the first prompt is to read a book in the dark. So go in the dark and read your book. For that, I wanted to pick something small. So I have Wild Spaces by S.L. Coney. So this book follows an 11-year-old boy who spends his summers in a South Carolina coastal town. So we've got summer vibes going. His estranged grandfather shows up and he is a weird man, and weird things start happening to the boy himself. Not sure where that's gonna go. I see a lot of tentacles here, which are interesting. And also the boy has a dog, and dogs in books are never go well. So I'm excited to see what this is about. It's super short. It's the shortest book I have on my TBR, and I have to read it in the dark, so hopefully it's not too scary. The next prompt is just a simple one to read a thriller or horror novel. I'm gonna be reading Horror Movie by Paul Tremblay. This is gonna be my first read by Paul Tremblay. I got this beautiful edition with the red sprayed edges. Also, if you don't have this book and you're at a bookstore, go feel it, because it feels like this weird vinyl texture that I've never felt on a hardcover dust jacket before. It's really cool. So this is a cursed film book. So back in 1993, a horror film was made, but only a few of the scenes got released to the public. However, there is a cult following of this horror movie. People are obsessed with it, and now present day Hollywood is remaking that movie. There's only one surviving member of the cast. He played the Thin Man or something, and he remembers back when they made the movie all the weird stuff that was happening, and things were a little dangerous possibly. And present day, and we're flashing back to that past movie making, and I think scary things are gonna happen. Probably supernatural, horror, scary things. I have read a horror film book this year called like A Night Burning or something. I'll put it on the screen, but that one was a past horror movie. They're remaking it today, and weird things were happening. So I feel like that's a popular. There are also multiple other Christina Henry, a Craig DeLuey, multiple cursed horror movie books coming out, and I'm excited to read another one to compare. And also, this is my very first Paul Tremblay book, so I'm nervous and I don't know if this was the right place to start, but I'm going for it. Then we have a book that has not arrived yet, but it's Middle of the Night by Riley Sager. I'm reading that for the prompt to read a book with the night sky on the cover. So the cover is green, but it shows like a suburban house, and it's called Middle of the Night, so the scene must be at night, right? And there's a small section. where you can see the sky. This book is interesting because it is Riley Sager's first time publishing a novel with a male main character. As you may remember, Riley Sager is a man who chose a female pen name because female thriller authors were all the rage at the time, I guess. So it'll be interesting to see him write a male main character, and I want to see how different that is from his other books. I have an interesting history with Riley Sager where when I first started reading him, I DNF'd a couple of books and then I just wasn't so impressed. But recently his past few books I've loved, and like I finally get it with Riley Sager, so I'm very excited to read Middle of the Night. So in it we're following a man who, when he was a child, him and his best friend were camping in the backyard, and in the night someone came and sliced open their tent and took his best friend, never seen again. And now he is back in his hometown where that crime occurred, and he starts seeing weird things happening in the middle of the night, like somebody creeping around, weird things happening, and he's also looking to investigate what happened to his best friend when he disappeared all those years ago. So this does seem to also be summery. At least that scene from their childhood is set in July, so I'm guessing it's just gonna be like a summer suburbs book, horror movie. I know the part in the past, the film was filmed in June, so again, I feel like we're just getting summer horror, summer thriller books here. Next, I have the prompt to read a book with a 5-word title, which I had a tough time with, but I settled on Spin a Black Yarn novellas. If you look at it on Goodreads, it's Spin a Black Yarn, novellas. That's the title, 5 words. I don't know why I'm trying to prove it to you, but that's what I came up with. This is by Josh Malerman, who is an author that I love. He wrote Bird Box, which I did enjoy, but I absolutely loved Unburied Carol. I really enjoyed Daphne. I just really like his writing. I think he writes some creepy stuff, some interesting things. So I'm really excited to read this short story collection, or novella collection. This has 5 novellas in it. I'm not sure if they share a common theme or anything like that, but I'm super excited to read it, and I might be able to split this up to read a novella each night, so that'll be good. And then the last prompt is read a book set in the summer, I think, which, as you can see, that's what I've been trying to do all along. But then I also have The Vacation by John Mars. So John Mars, if you've heard of him, he wrote The One, he wrote The Passengers, The Minders. So those books I've read. He has 2 separate publishing houses that he works with. The One and The Passengers is his sci-fi speculative line, and then with the other publisher he has thrillers that I think are more real world fiction, probably still creepy and weird, but I think they're less like science futuristic. This is going to be the first book I've read from that line of John Mars books, so I'm very excited to see if I also like that side of his writing. I'll be honest, I don't really know the premise of this book. It just says that there are 8 strangers staying in a hostel in Venice Beach, and I was looking for a vacation read, and I know that John Mars writes an exciting thriller, so that's all I need to know. I'll tell you more about it when I actually read it, but it does say that all the characters are running from something and they all have secrets that they'd kill to keep, so maybe we'll have some murder on this vacation. We'll find out. So keep an eye out for my Summerween vlog, and then I also have some other books I hope to read in July. Now I am feeling very ambitious because I'm currently behind on my reading goal, and I would love to do some catching up. So after Summerween, I do go out of town for a week for work, and then possibly something else, I'm not sure yet. For my travel weeks, I have trouble picking books to read because I have trouble reading on work trips, so I won't set that too much in stone. But other books I want to read this month, I also have the new Josh Malerman, Incidents Around the House. I wanted to read this for Summerween, but there are 4 words in the title instead of 5. But this book is written from the perspective of a child, which I don't love that. However, it seems to be some sort of creepy or haunted house situation where the child is talking to an entity that they're calling Other Mommy, and scary things are happening around the house. So looking forward to that. There's an abandoned bunny stuffed animal on the cover, and I think this is going to be scary. It's written weirdly. The format is really spread out. Hopefully it's not torture to read from the point of view of a child. I don't like children, And if it's a creepy child saying other mommy, I don't like that. But maybe I won't like it in a good way because it'll be nice and scary. Next I have Bad Summer People by Emma Rosenblum. I feel like I've seen this cover 100 times, but I never stopped to look and see what this book was about. I didn't know it's a summer thriller. This is about a friend group who spends the summer on Fire Island together. So they have a single friend, 2 married couples, and they just go there and have a good time over the summer. But this summer they find a dead body on the boardwalk. And I think we have that murder going on, but then also there's a lot of drama between the friends and the families. I think it's been compared to Big Little Lies and White Lotus. So I feel like it's just gonna be a good summery thriller. Then if I get all thrilled and chilled out, I would like to read an Emily Henry book. So I have 3 Emily Henrys that I haven't read yet. I don't know how I got so behind because I was reading her like as soon as her romance books came out, but I got behind. I have Happy Place, covered in stickers, Funny Story, and Book Lovers, which I have not read yet. I don't know if I'll read one or all. I would love to catch up at some point. So hopefully I can at least read one Emily Henry book in July, but I would like to read a romance book, and I feel like these ones are gonna have summery vibes. I know one's set in the mountains, one's at a lake, and one's at I think another lake, and there's at least one that's set on vacation, so I'll probably just look through them and see which one's the most summer vacation-y and choose that one. And I have this new release I just got, Breaking the Dark by Lisa Jewell. This is a book that I did not think I'd pick up. It is a Jessica Jones Marvel crime novel. So I guess Marvel has decided to get into the crime mystery thriller business using their Marvel characters to write these novels. So I don't care too much for that premise. However, Lisa Jewell wrote it, and I love Lisa Jewell. I want to read a Lisa Jewell book. I mean, I do like Jessica Jones. I don't really watch. I have watched some Marvel shows. Just a little bit. I think I watched maybe a season of Jessica Jones. Maybe some Luke Cage. Probably not a whole season straight, but like some episodes. But I really want to read Lisa Jewell, and I'm just intrigued to see what this is about. And what really sold me on this one is that if I continue the series, the Luke Cage book is written by S.A. Cosby, which I would love to read that one. So I'll read this. Maybe, I don't know if it'll actually be in July, but please, if you've read this, let me know because I don't know what to think about it. And then finally, a new release coming out at the very end of July is the new Sherry Lapina, What Have You Done? It's probably not actually going to be read in July because I think it comes out on the 30th. But I'm so excited to read it. All I know is that it's set in Vermont and it starts off with a dead body. And it's written by Sherry Lapina, so that's all I need to know. Alright, that is what I plan to read in July. If you're participating in Summerween, let me know what you're reading for those prompts because it's so much fun just seeing what people pick out. We're all gonna end up with different things, but reading similar stuff together. And I'm very excited. I'm very excited to participate. So, I'll see you guys then. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.